How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have, with Sales Ahead, they are back with us on the channel. And of course, they can say their names and what they do in the band.
I'm Sierra. I sing in the band.
I'm Jamie. I play bass.
I'm Joe. I play guitar.
I'm Santino. I play guitar too.
I'm Ryan. I play drums.
There we go. Well, listen, if you're familiar with the channel, you already know I love these guys. So you should go check them out if you haven't, for whatever reason. If you did see Sierra on our K-pop deep dive, that's cool too. So you should go check out their music. Very fun. But I'm excited to have them on because I'm very excited for Infinite Void that comes out on April 26th. You can check the links below and go pre-order it. I've already pre-ordered my vinyl, so I'm patiently waiting, its arrival to my house, so then I can add it to my ever-growing record collection. But the last interview we did was back on July 2021, about like 3 years ago. Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
Oh my
Nearly
Just-
3 years ago. Holy crap.
Almost 3 years ago, which is insane. A lot of stuff has changed about the group, arguably, and obviously, as I mentioned, you have a new album coming out. So, wanted to kind of go back in time a little bit. I also found out that Morning Sun turned 6th this year, which is kudos. It showed up on my Facebook, old shit kind of thing where it was like, hey, remember you reviewed this album 6 years ago? And I could feel myself getting old. How does, looking back on that record, what does that album mean to you guys now? Obviously it's been 6 years in your catalog. Is there any fond memories that you have from that release, or what was kind of something that you took away from that album that has stuck with you over this time?
I mean, that was the first time all 5 of us were as a unit and just in the studio getting to hang and record for a week straight and stuff. So yeah, those are some of the fondest memories. Just anytime we get together.
Sure. Yeah.
Time felt more less finite back then. We were so new. Even new to working with each other in that capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And life was just a little slower back then. I watched the studio videos from time to time, and it's really nostalgic. You could I don't know, we still a lot of the essence of what we are now. You could see it back then, and vice versa. The trajectory that we would end up being on. You could see parts of that in our musicality, but it was just a really fun time. It was so much fun, and those songs are still very important to me. But you listen to that versus in the new record, and it's definitely two distinct eras of our band. But
Sure.
I'm proud of them both. Yeah, really fun being in the studio that week. That was such a fun time, just awesome. It was great.
Anyone else?
Pretty much just thinking about how much we've grown as a band collectively. We don't even sound anything, almost anything remotely close to what we did when we recorded Morning Sun. And individually, we've all grown so much as musicians.
Mhm.
So it's pretty cool to see.
I would agree.
Yeah, I mean,
Joe?
the biggest shift was that and it feels crazy to say this, but back then we were afraid to have screams, and we were afraid to be too heavy, and and that's not the type of music we were writing back then. So it's been a huge shift. And yeah, I was gonna mention too that all of the best moments from that experience recording Morning Sun are on video on our YouTube channel, so go
Yeah.
check it out.
We just got done watching it all together. We revisited that whole week, and it was just, we all look totally different. And we had so much
for
fun
sure.
back then playing video games and eating Dunkin' Donuts every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The music was just the business part of it, but we had so much fun together. We just crashed at the studio for a week.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do go back and
Um,
watch the pixelated music video just because I remember that day being like the most
Yeah,
chaotic
you're
day.
the star there.
I was
yeah.
not the star. I I would argue that, but it
Yeah,
was.
you are.
You had a moment though.
I did have a
Cat.
moment. Yeah, I did have a moment. But I go back and watch that music video only because I love that song along with Willow are still my two favorites. Um,
Mm.
but like yeah, I was like, man, I also feel like super nostalgic watching music video, listening to that album. I listened to it earlier, the album today, and I was just like, oh my god, like it was weird how like I was sitting at my computer desk and like it almost felt like time stopped for a half a second, and I was like, wow, this is weird, like in a really nostalgic type of way, just because obviously I've been with the band. You were like one of amongst the first bands that I ever interviewed. So to me,
Yep.
it's like, any release that I have is always any release that you guys have is always going to be really special to me. Um, but to like kind of like surmise it all, I was like even rewatching some parts of like me reviewing it. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So like in that aspect, it's like I feel like I kind of feel the same nostalgia for it, but like in a completely different way about it. So that's amazing. But I know Sierra was gonna say something, so I don't know if you
Oh
remember
yeah,
Sierra.
just real quick, like to piggyback off of what Joe said about like us not screaming back then. We for a long time were really hell bent on not having screams in the vocals to like, especially for me, it was like to prove a point. Like we can
Mm,
do the music without the screaming, and like one day I just woke up and I was like, what if I could do it? And that's really it. Like, but I'm so proud of what we did on that record. Just as like a fucking guitar band. Like
oh
my
yeah,
bandmates are so talented. Like the music, every track is a standout for me. And each one has like a special trait about it that makes it memorable.
I would agree. I would agree as well. I was again going through the entirety of it, and I just felt like this overwhelming sense of like nostalgia for it. I was like, man, I was like, this album still hits after like 6 years, and
Mm.
I can't take that away. So I love that element of it. Is there any songs in your catalog that you feel like is a sleeper, like a song that you feel like doesn't get enough love, that you're just like, man, people gotta spin this song. This is a great track. People are sleeping on this one.
Does it have to be off Morning Sun?
Doesn't have to be off Morning Sun, just in general.
Oh, okay.
Acid Redux.
Nice.
I
Okay.
was so back in love with that song again, but also, um, Synapse Fires. Like that always goes
Yeah.
off when we play it live. But when we dropped Morning Sun, everyone lashed onto Pixelated, as they should.
Sure. Yeah.
Pixelated is a banger, which I love, but those two for me.
I always thought Willow would be our big song from Morning Sun. I thought Willow was gonna do way better, and then it didn't pan out that way. Probably for the best, right? Because like I said, we ended up getting heavier anyway, so
Hmm.
Fair
it
enough.
worked out.
Yeah, what Sierra said with Synapse Fires. I think Synapse Fires and In Fear and Loathing are probably our two best, in my opinion, our two best songs, like collectively, um, before the new record. And I'm pretty surprised neither of those songs really blew up.
Disappear for me. The opening track. Nobody talks about it. Nobody posts about it. I love playing it.
Yeah.
Disappear is a straight up sleeper.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm with Stan on that one. Yeah,
Right?
Disappear. That's like one of my favorite
We
songs, like
worked
in Morning
so
Sun,
hard
like
on
to
it. We
play.
never play it.
That's just
Yeah.
gonna be lost to time.
Nobody posts about it. We worked really hard on
Yeah,
Disappear.
we worked hard on that. Yeah,
I
Three
played
Get the
it
streams
in
up
the
on that one, please.
studio.
you did. Yeah, and like I did like a little cello solo
You
there
did, yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe once you
Disappear.
do like a 10-year for Morning Sun.
We're getting
I'm just
close.
saying.
It's
We're more
too
than halfway
soon.
there. We're more than halfway there.
I mean, we're closer to the 10-year anniversary of
Yeah.
Years in Waiting,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know if we'll
Oh
ever
my
play
God,
that
that's
stuff
true.
again.
Spirit Disappear spiritually kind of makes a comeback on the first track of Infinite Void. You'll see what I mean.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Kind of. It's like Disappear on steroids.
I like that. Okay. Okay.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
cooking. We're cooking.
Certain
We
characteristics.
really are.
Okay.
Certain characteristics of it.
Okay. Um, in terms of, I know here was like revolting at the fact that we were talking about like your first record. Do you feel like you would ever re-record some of those songs?
Maybe with like Shut In with Screaming would be sick, because there's that section that's like
Yeah,
supposed to be a breakdown, and I'm just digging, but it still sounds cool.
it does still
No, I
sound
was
cool.
repulsed because like just perceiving the passage of time
Sure,
freaks
yeah,
me out. But
that's yeah. I feel that, yeah. As someone who is, permanently cemented online for 8 years now, I see it. But it's cool. I'm always curious if, like, especially like earlier material, if it'll ever like be rebranded or like remixed or something like that.
We kind of
We
tried.
tried.
Do you
Which
wanna you wanna expound upon that, Joe?
Yeah.
did you say yeah or no?
Yes.
Sounded like yow.
He's like,
Yeah.
4
yow.
years ago, we tried. We
Ciao.
tried to re-record
Well, okay.
4 years ago. Yep.
Yeah, we tried to re-record Embrace. We still have it. We could use it, but I forget what happened. I kind of think I was like, I don't wanna, and we dropped it. There's also acoustic versions that we tracked that we never did anything with.
Of Willow.
Willow and
Murder.
Sharpshooter.
And
Murder.
no, Sharpshooter was real full band.
Okay. Oh, Sharpshooter was one of the. So it was Sharpshooter and Embrace that we
Yeah.
tried to redo. Oh. I can't make any promises. And people,
It's out there
And-
somewhere.
some
On the
people
computer?
want it. Some people wanted it, and like, mainly Sierra with a C, who is the only person who has a with sales ahead tattoo so far.
Free entry for life.
That
yeah.
is sick. Yeah, shout out Sierra.
Yeah, shout out.
So, I don't know. Maybe we'll do Embrace. I don't know. We have to talk about it in private.
Yeah,
I'm
why
not
not air it out now,
opposed.
Joe? We're family, right?
I'm not opposed. It's just we're very strapped for time.
What do you think,
That's
Brandon? Do
fair.
you want it? Do you
Yeah,
want it redone?
I mean, come on. Do you think yeah, of course. I mean, shit.
Late birthday present for you?
Yeah, why not? Do it up. You guys got it.
Late birthday present whenever we finish it.
You'll get it for birthdays. from now.
It'll just be a giant asterisk next to it,
Yeah.
birthday.
Luckily, we're staying busy. We have a lot to work on right now.
Yeah.
It's on the list, but we have a really long list of stuff to work on right now. So
Yeah.
it'll happen eventually. Let's say that.
There you
Yeah.
go. You gotta leave it up for interpretation, I feel like if they know it's out there, then there's a chance,
A glimmer of hope.
A glimmer of
Yeah,
hope,
there's always a chance for anything, You just got to be patient.
Jamie just keeping it realistic here. I like that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little upset, but
All I can
I'll take it. I'll take it for
Hold
what
on
it is.
hope.
I will. I will. Well, speaking about new stuff, you have 3 new tracks out. Honey, featuring our good friends Impulses. Shout outs. Love those boys. Swear Words and Darting Eyes, which are all on the new album, Infinite Void. I'm going to be talking about it a lot. So, if you haven't pre-ordered it
Great.
yet, you should do it, Do it right now. Go check, links below, down there. But I wanted to know how the writing process for this release was comparatively to like Morning Sun or any of your previous work. Did you guys kind of go at it in a different way than you guys have previously written albums, or was it going to be an album? What was kind of like your guys' thought process in regards to putting together Infinite Void?
Who should go first, Sierra or me?
Joe, you should go first.
Okay. I don't, God, this never gets easier to explain. But basically, we had tons of ideas.
Okay.
And some of them were fully finished, and some of them were like half finished. And we were like, all right, guys, we got to kick it into high gear. So we started meeting up mostly at Sierra's house, and we just sat around the computer, and we went one by one, each idea, and we finished it. And Sierra take over. I don't know what happened
Oh.
after that.
Okay. took us a long fucking time.
Sure, yeah.
So the process started out in like 2019, 18, dare I say, with a lot of these songs, like some of the songs. Um, but like as we got closer and closer to completing the record, anything that was still not finished was less of like a complete song, and then maybe like we changed some individual things and it's done. Or but what happened was like it became like a process of like more collaboration,
Mm.
like equally, um or just like more, there's just more like group deliberation on stuff composition wise. So we found that working together was more beneficial for us, like Joe mentioned, like getting together at my old house and like working on the tabs, like hashing things out.
Mm.
We found that like we finished things quicker than we did on our own, just trying to sort out song ideas. And like some nights we had awesome like stuff and got it finished in like the one evening, and others like it took some time, but it all came together in a really really organic way, and going forward it's inspired us to work in the same format for songwriting and whatnot, I
So
would
it
say.
kind of just formulate. You guys all kind of have your own collective ideas, and then you all throw them to Joe. So
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
like one of us will do like a shell of a song,
uh-huh.
like their parts, and then like maybe some stuff structurally just to like give an idea of like what the finished product like could sound like, and then we like all five of us individually go in and like add our ideas in full.
Hmm.
um in the past
Yeah.
it's been like a lot of different variations of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There.
Go ahead, Joe.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Thanks. Sorry. No, because there were like I think maybe in the past we mentioned that I was writing like a bulk of the guitar and like a lot of the material,
Mm.
and like I think I still wrote like for the most part like a couple songs like fully. Um, if anyone correct me if I'm wrong, I can't really
You wrote
remember at
like
this point.
most of them, like
Um,
I would say.
A lot
yeah,
of riffs you wrote.
maybe. But like, and then there was a lot of, like I said, like the unfinished ideas that like everyone that we passed around, and like Santino submitted an idea that turned into my favorite song personally on the record. You know, everyone was submitting ideas, and that's where the more collaborative approach comes from.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, like previously, like maybe in the last interview we mentioned that like I just kind of have a habit of writing stuff like a lot, so a lot of stuff is like Fear and Loathing Ryan and I wrote, but like it was mostly collaborative, and then like now we have like songs like Swear Words, which is a Sierra song.
It is a Sierra song. Yeah. I feel like with the three singles that are out, and I'll before this comes out, the Honey reaction video will come out. But I was kind of surprised because each song feels so different, but also like has like a commonality between all of them. Where like almost instinctually, I'm like, these all have to be written by different people. Like obviously within the band, but like they all have like a specific like writing style, or like a specific like modal tone that I was like, oh, okay, like Darting Eyes gives me like more like Joe and like possibly like Santino type vibes, because there's like a lot of like more like riffage, where I was like, okay, maybe there's more of an influence with that. And then like Swear Words I knew was Sierra's, so like it was kind of like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like I can hear a lot of like different like vocal structure and like tonality shifts and stuff that I really appreciate in that song. And then Honey, I think, threw me for the most loop, where I feel like it was more of a like 50-50 between you and Pulses, where like you guys kind of just like pass the song back and forth to kind of like figure out where like the middle ground would be at. I don't know if I'm right or wrong on that. That's why I was gonna ask you where it kind of sits, but that was kind of my vibe, where I felt like that song was like the most collaborative, because it just felt like kind of a combination of both like what you do, you and Pulses do collectively very well, but just kind of a more like dialed in version of it, I guess, per se. So I was kind of trying to like figure it out as I was listening to it, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but um that was kind of like my vibe on that. How was I kind of close in terms of like
Well,
the
No,
That's interesting.
no?
instrumentally,
Oh, okay.
no.
Yeah,
Cool.
instrumentally,
Good.
Pulses wasn't involved in that. They just added the feature. They didn't
Wow.
really have
Okay.
any say over like the arrangement or like the writing and stuff.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
like we basically had the song like instrumentally like done, and then we sent it over to Pulses. I think it was like one of the last things we needed to do for the record
Wow.
and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it was already fleshed out and everything. It just happened to be like the most appropriate song to have them on.
That's fair. Who wrote
Yeah.
that one, or who had the most input on that song? I'm curious. Out of you guys.
Instrumentally,
It was a
Joe.
Joe song, right?
Yep, Joe.
It's a Joe song.
yeah, that's
Ooh.
actually one of the
Yeah.
few songs that I wrote like entirely myself. But yeah, it's much more interesting to hear about how the vocals came about.
Yeah. As far as like how we selected the song, or like just all of it, or the thing was like, it was like we felt strongly like we needed Pulses on the record,
Yeah,
like,
sure.
and we wanted them. I like a lot of how this writing process for this album has gone has been like we didn't know what songs were going to be on it for sure. We took so many years to like and in retrospect I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
But we took a lot of time, and like we really didn't know what was up or down or what was going to be on the record. Murder Mountain was debatably going to be on the record for a period of time, and then it wasn't. Like we hadn't even like we had to retroactively think about features, because like as we were like working on the record, like we were just kind of like trying to finish it and get it done, and then be able to look at everything as a whole. And some songs were finished before others. Like we kind of looked at everything, and I suggested like the ending of Honey, like it needs something really big. I really think Pulses could deliver something fucking awesome here.
Mm,
Like out of everything I've listened to on the record, like this feels like the most organic fit for
Sure.
them. Typically they're like people will like write parts with them in mind, but this is the first time like they've ever had to like fit to the song.
mm,
But I knew that like listening to Honey, I was like, this is the one. Like they're gonna kill it, and they did.
Yeah.
yeah. Agreed. I was I wasn't surprised. Like it almost felt like inherently like, because I know Sierra's featured on a lot of Pulse's stuff within their past couple releases, but I was like I don't think I think Morning Sun was prior to any of that sort of stuff. So I was like, I almost just inherently thought, I was like, yeah, there's gonna be a Pulses feature, even if I didn't think it was gonna be this record. I was like, it's gonna happen. It was
Yeah.
just good that it happened on this record. But yeah, I think what I was most surprised about just with the singles that are out now is like the diversity. There's just so much different like soundscapes. There's just so many different things that you're pulling from. And I think I was just overall impressed by like the type of vibe that I was getting with all of the songs. Like I feel like for me, out of the three, I enjoyed Darting Eyes the most. Just because it has that type of like just raw energy, and I love that. And I think especially seeing it live as well, I think just further just cemented my love of that song. But like Swear Words was also one that's just like creeping in the back of like my brain and being like, no, you like this one too, right? Like you have to, you gotta like this one, right? And then now more recently, I just listened to Honey today, so now I'm gonna throw that into the rotation. But I I'm curious. I think it just makes me overall curious because when bands pick singles, I'm always like, how did they go about it? Like, did they just want to kind of like give the most broadest of paintbrush strokes, like kind of giving a little tidbit of like, here's what you're going to get with like Darting Eyes, more aggressive, more punchy. There's screaming, there's like some riffs, there's breakdown, like there's like more aggressiveness. Swear Words, a little bit more melodic, a little more shimmery, fun, and then Honey's kind of like that middle ground between the two where it's got some riffage, but it's also got like a great feature. It definitely shows off a different side of what you guys do as well. Were these kind of the three. I don't know if you guys are going to be releasing another single before the album comes out, but how did you guys go about deliberating for which singles to be released off of Infinite Void?
I think we knew for the longest time that Darting would probably be like the first
Sure.
single,
Yeah.
just because like I think we wanted to like come out like with a bang and stuff, and I think we wanted people to be like a bit surprised and alarmed, and it's a very alarming start.
Yeah.
with Darting. So
Literally.
yeah,
Yep.
Literally,
I think
yeah.
it was like the only way that we could have started this cycle like for the record.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I pushed for swear words.
Mm.
I please correct me, guys. I don't remember how these conversations went anymore.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember. I don't fucking remember.
I don't
I think
remember.
after
Ask questions
Darting,
about the bands, and the band's like, "Oh shit, I don't know, man. We make music. That's it."
Yeah, you get what you get.
Yeah.
You get what you get. I mean, for me personally, I said let's do the catchiest ones.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, there's still more that
So
hasn't
much more.
been.
So much more.
I'm sorry. There's more, and like, I just kind of was like, catchiest ones, but maybe the most accessible. So there
That's
will
true.
be
Yeah.
at least one more single dropping before the record comes out.
Ooh.
That we didn't get to do like a full music video for. We're gonna do something, but yeah, that was it for me.
What were you
I don't
gonna say,
remember
Ryan?
what it's gonna be.
No, I don't know. It's good.
I don't know.
Good, no spoilers.
That's
I was
right.
just gonna say I remember getting together at Joe's and deciding what I think it was after we knew swear words and Darting were gonna be the first two, and we tried to decide on what the other ones were gonna be.
Oh, I remember now. I
Mhm.
remember that talk. Okay.
I'm excited
Well-
for Kev's feature. Shout outs to Kev
Yes.
Poeta,
Mhm.
obviously another major homie. I also have the comment. I saw you guys post this a couple weeks ago, but I saw this like Instagram post of all these song like names, quote unquote, and man, there's some fun ones here that I feel like just based off of the name, I have to ask about Evil Prog Metal. What the hell are you trying to? Is this gonna be like?
number is that?
This is gonna be like? This is
just have
track
to
4.
tune
It's
in.
after.
Track 4.
It's after Darting Eyes. But am I like gonna get like Dark Protest the Hero? You know what am I getting? You know.
Which one is that? I know the actual album
Ah!
titles are leaked, but I don't know what the one that is.
Yeah, we are. Everyone knows the song names. It's Rin.
The actual titles are out, so
Yeah.
you could say it.
Well,
You're
I
right.
know, but
Yeah,
I
Rin.
like that.
Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up too. I'll tell you.
I said it. No, you couldn't hear me.
It's
It was
Rin.
Rin.
It's Rin. Oh,
Rin.
you mean the best one? The best song?
No, no,
Oh.
just name wise, like because evil prog metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Why-
get shit out of you guys, you know?
Yeah,
That's
right,
this is the point.
You're,
Yeah.
you're doing a good job. We're just a bunch of gavones. Okay.
Yeah.
We had no say. That was all Sierra's post. So
I asked y'all. Don't
Yeah.
ask you.
Yeah, we
I was
did.
like, do y'all have any ideas for this? And you were like,
No, I was like, this is good.
No, because what's the one that says
the meme was my idea.
The meme was
Alright,
great.
So
Yeah,
you're
that's
asking.
how
You're
much.
asking if
It's
it's like
7-4.
protest the
The one
hero.
with 7-4. Track number 12 is labeled wrong. There is no 7-4 on that one.
There's no oops.
It's anything but 7-4. It's okay.
There
Oh,
is
man.
an odd time say. Okay, we're getting off topic.
No,
yeah,
this is
no,
great.
Evil Prog Metal.
It is pretty much protest the hero. I consider it to be sort of like protest meets Opeth, with a little bit of Deftones in there. If anyone wants to correct me on that, feel free.
We gave Avenged
You've got
Sevenfold
Avenged
vibes.
Yeah, that's
Sevenfold riffs.
close enough. Yeah, with a
At the
little
very
avenged,
end,
little slice of
I've-
avenged.
I've never listened to Opeth in my life, so I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I know Joe. I know Joe's such an Opeth stan, so
Yeah.
I get it.
it's fine. It's
I
fine.
respect it,
They,
yeah.
they wrote because they bring their own stuff to the table, so it's better if they don't know Opeth. That way, it's more diverse.
Listen objectively. Yes. I
I don't
agree.
know if that's the case. I mean, you guys are bandmates after all, so.
I can't stop eating cough drops. Like yeah, prog metal is. It's just like it's really dark. It's really shreddy. It's Matt from Pulse's one of his favorites on the record. Um, like the chorus is very haunting, and
Ooh, okay.
like yeah, it's a big
Yeah.
song. And then Santino fucking rips this insane solo at the end. It is so sick. People are gonna fucking go ape shit.
Yo, I'm gonna be listening to that shit live, and I'm gonna have like the.
Mhm.
You did.
But we gotta
We
do it.
fucking
We gotta
did
do
it.
it. Yes, we have to do that.
Or just do this, you know. Like,
Do the first. The first one is hilarious.
oh my god, I'll do that. That would be great. I'll stand up
I would
and
love it.
I'll stand up out of my seat. You know,
I'll be ready.
I'll be ready. You know, I'm on release night at midnight. Come join me. I'm gonna be doing it live. So come hang out. Would love to see you in chat. But
Do it.
Doing this live.
doing this
Live
live,
feed.
yeah. Oh my god. Very excited as well. What song do you feel like out of Infinite Void took the longest to come together? Like obviously you guys mentioned you had some songs ready, you had some songs that were like being worked on at the time, just kind of like again trying to get the madness contained, but was there one specific song like in pre-pro that you were just like, damn, this has to come together. Like we have to try to make this work. Is there any song particularly that comes to mind that you're just like, we did it. Took the
I think
longest, but we got it.
we've been consistent saying that they all came about equally,
Equally as
pretty
long.
much.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
no,
Fall,
I-
What If I Fall?
I have
Oh,
one
yeah,
that
came up pretty quick.
we didn't finish. We didn't know how it was gonna go until we recorded it. What's the second? No, third to last track.
I only have the
That one's
meme.
called "With
In
Your
Search
Tragic
of-
Hero Records" S, featuring Kevin from Poeta.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
In search of.
Oh no,
Jesus.
no. I'm
Think
gonna
of
look
the
up.
one
I'm gonna
with
look
all
up
the time signature.
You were so fast. You were like
Oblivion.
breathing.
Oblivion.
Yeah,
Oblivion.
Yeah.
We didn't know how that bridge was gonna go until we tracked it.
Yeah. Well,
Oh
I mean,
my
what we did
God.
with that was like that was one of the ones where like there was only like a couple like parts like written. Like it was really only like it probably wasn't even like a minute long, like the original idea. And so
Mhm.
like we didn't really know exactly what to do. So like we just sort of like sat with it, and then we're just trying to figure out the arrangement wise. Like okay, what in the song is like worth repeating, and like let's just like come up with just like a format or whatever, and just like put it in places, and then let's try and like fill in the spaces, and then that's kind of after that, then things started to flow a lot better for the song, and like the writing just kind of happened
Yeah,
afterwards.
it's one of my favorite songs of us we've ever done.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's a ripper.
It's so scary.
No one's
So
expecting it.
scary?
No one is expecting.
Scary. It's like a creepy song. It creeps
I'm
me out. I love
terrified
it.
of that song.
It's scary.
I
I love it.
coordinated the production of the
Yes.
bridge in which Jamie reads the trucker's prayer in a distorted demonic voice.
What?
No,
Wait, you
this
leaked
song-
it. That's supposed to be a mystery for everyone.
I can't even hear
I'll
it.
cut it
to
out.
be honest.
I'll cut it out.
No, leave
No,
it.
it's
Leave
fine.
it. Leave
You-
it.
this
You got-
we're
you gotta
giving
leave
you an
it.
exclusive. You can keep that.
Oh hell yeah! I love an
Good thing
exclusive.
they're-
No,
Let's
but
go.
What If We Fall? We jammed that. That song is special because that song literally came out of like an improv jam session. at
Yeah, it was
Ooh.
just a random jam like during rehearsal.
Yeah, in 2019. And then we held on to that for a long ass time, but didn't finish it until 2022.
Yeah, probably right to
Yeah,
the end of that.
like we didn't even like go back to that like original like video that we took until like we started sitting down at your house, Sierra.
No,
and,
we gotta be.
and then
like,
we like
honestly.
put it in Guitar Pro to work on it because like it was just a video, so we had to like write everything in there. Yep.
Yeah, and like there's some songs where we never played them live together and just
Yeah.
recorded them because
There was
during
a
the time,
few like pre-pandemic that we definitely
Yeah.
did start like jamming them out live and like rehearsing them, kind of like how we did with Morning Sun. Where Morning Sun, like we were we were like prepared to like go into the studio, so like we rehearsed those songs like nonstop.
Sure, yeah.
But this one, like there was like a few the earlier ones that we had like sort of finished. Like we tried to like play them together live, like as much as we could, and then during the pandemic, obviously we couldn't do that as much. So yeah, there was a lot that like we just straight up haven't played together, like at all.
Are you in some cello, Jamie? I need to know if I'm gonna cry on stream, so I'll have a
You'll get a
box of
bit.
tissue.
You'll get a little bit of cello. So
All right,
you
well,
will.
I'll make sure to save my tears up for that fateful night.
You also
in
might
April.
get a couple bleep bloop noises too.
Brandon, it's gonna happen right away. Just so you know, you don't have to wait for the cello to come in.
You don't have to fucking wait.
I'm just gonna cry
Comes
throughout
in-
the entirety of it. This is gonna
comes
be
in
a
quick,
cry
so-
stream.
You
I'd
don't
be
have
like-
to wait for your cello on that one.
I'll get it all. I'm very excited, but
You get
as well as that, you guys got the album mixed by August. Shout outs to the man, the myth, the legend, and of course, the GOAT, Chris Crummett. Very excited. How did you guys wind up getting that together? That I'm sure that must have been very fun to get it all
We
arranged.
emailed him
so-
and asked him, and he said yes.
Chris Crummett?
Yeah, and well, I mean, you went to August for the mix too, as well.
Yeah. So August came about because he was really interested, like was like chatting us up on social, and like
Oh,
saw that we were recording and was just like, yo, like I really want to work on this. Like let's do
Aw.
this. And after some back and forth, he was the best fit for the project. So just like based upon his work and like where we were at budget wise, like it all just like fit perfectly. Chris Crummett, we were just like we want Chris Crummett.
yeah, sure, yeah.
I think, but also like Joe has made it a point in the past that like it's better to have separate engineers for mix and master. We've always benefited from that. Oh wait, no. I think did Morning Sun and then the singles after, were they mixed and mastered by the same people?
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
were shit, okay.
Mhm.
But like moving forward, like that's the move for us.
Yeah.
So especially Chris. Chris is affordable, and Chris extremely professional and awesome and like so friendly.
He's so
He-
nice.
He's
And
so
quick.
nice, super
Yes.
professional, and I
Answers
mean,
emails immediately with immediacy.
You said
Most of the
that.
time,
Doesn't
he
have
would, he would deliver ahead of schedule than what he would say.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
What a goat.
he's
Surprise,
so
surprise
nice.
master drop.
Yeah. It's like both of them, August and Chris, support the band on social. Like when we were having trouble finding like venues for tour, Chris posted on his Instagram story like, "Hey, band I mastered."
Oh
like,
my
venues
god.
Yeah. Which is like something like he does not need to do.
He
for,
doesn't know.
like a band like us, but that was just nice that like he
Aw.
even like thought to do that. So
Yeah, we paid him. He got his check.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do anything.
What a goat.
He loves the record. He said it's awesome. So
That's all I need.
right? Like
The Chris
I
Crummett
don't
seal
know.
of approval. Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
all I
Yeah.
ever wanted.
That's a
Yeah.
huge milestone for a career.
Yeah. So if he says it's awesome, I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's
Something.
a very high mark, you know.
Yeah.
I would say
Obviously,
so for sure. Yeah.
as someone who is a big Chris Crummett fan, you know, I can't even count all the bands that I love that he's done any sort of work on, you know. So to me, it's
Same.
like for the homies to have like the album like mastered by Crummett, I was like, this is gonna be good. Like this is good,
Yeah.
and you can tell like even jumping from like Acid Redux, I was like, man, there's such a level of polish that the new singles have that I'm just like, man, like not to say that the all old songs are bad, you know, obviously I love all of them, but there's just something like really magical about the 3 singles that are out, and I'm sure for the rest of the album that to me I just am over the moon about, you know, just because I think as well as that it's just like it felt like with like In Fear and Loathing, Murder Mountain, Acid Redux, it felt like a building block to like this record. Like there's just like little steps that you guys took. There's like things that I listened to in all three of those songs that I was just like, man, they could like do something just a little bit better and like hit it. And I felt like with the three singles that are out now, I'm just like, man, they like hit it and exceeded it in like so many ways where I was like, man, I'm just hyped for the album, obviously, when it comes out. And I like, am just forever stoked for you guys to continue to keep building on that. But I wanted to know in terms of like the lyricism for this album, because this is a long one. I think this is your biggest release. It has like 14 songs on it. So,
First full length.
13,
First full
13.
length.
first full
Yeah.
length.
The dream come true.
The dream come
Yeah.
true,
The dream.
that's
We've all been dreaming
I've
to
been
like
wait-
be
waiting
on
for
a
it.
full length record, and we made it happen.
You did make it
Yeah.
happen. It only took, a couple years, but I mean, hey, well, patience is a virtue, so
I did say patience before. It's so important.
it's extra patience on this record. But in terms of lyricism, what are kind of the topics that you guys delve into for this release? I imagine this one is like, a heavy hitter. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know
Brandon.
I know some of the stuff, so I
Yeah.
I know.
'Cause I've been telling everybody during the recording process of this, I swear every single one of us was going through personal stuff that would just weigh down on you. So
Mhm.
it's everything. So it was very, very heartfelt in making this record. For sure. It was hard.
Yeah.
Very hard.
The overarching theme of the record lyrically, and there's three tracks that like tie into this and like kind of take the listener on that journey. It's like shit sucks right now, like things, it's very much like a doomsday type of like vibe. Like the record opens and it's like every day the sky falls, like it feels like every single moment like something terrible is going to happen. And then like in the beginning of the second act of the record, like that shit does start to happen, and it's like fuck, like what if like what everything starts to crumble around me, and like I'm not, like what happens, like guarding yourself and like trying to brace yourself for that impact of disaster. And then the way the record ends is like, all right, yeah, this shit's fucked. I need to find a better way to articulate this more poetically, but like, yeah, the way the record ends is like, hey, like, my future is an infinite void that I stare at every single day, but like, I like will wake up and face it. Really, the last track is about, I thought I was going to have to choose having kids over like the band continuing, and that's what that song is about, like just laying the dream to rest and just like moving on. But I don't have to do that anymore. So yeah, basically just like everything just feeling like like a catastrophe and chaotic and just like dealing with anxiety. But other lyrical themes that are on the record that people can expect to hear are like there's like Oblivion's like my first like pseudo political song. Rin is about verbal abuse. What else? I mean, like Picture Perfect Pixels is just like a song about like disassociating like all the time, and Darting Eyes is about anime. And like the lyrical theme for the most part is anxiety. I have chronic anxiety, I'm pretty sure. And there's different like themes that branch out from that throughout, but I really try to step out of my comfort zone and push myself on this one.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like even with the singles and like kind of mowing through some of the lyricism, it just obviously is going to be a dark record. I just automatically assume that just based off of like the album title, like just the it seemed very ominous, but and I kind of relate to a lot of that sort of stuff because I've been in a similar boat around the same time, so I understand some of those issues. So I have to applaud you guys for talking about something that's obviously something that unfortunately a lot of people deal with, and I gotta commend you guys for speaking about it, because I think it's really important, and you know I would hope that people kind of find that level of attachment that they would feel with just obviously something being so personal to you guys. So I love that element of it. I'm sure I'm gonna be like so weepy eyed by the end of it. I'm gonna just be like, I gotta go. Like I'm gonna be like, it's over. I'm done.
I gotta get out of here.
I gotta get out of here. It's done. But I think it's really important too, because like I think almost inherently it's like weirdly like cathartic in that way. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be able to have to like unintentionally face my demons live on stream. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna have to like, I'm gonna be like the fucking Dark Souls like character.
Yeah.
Like the boss is gonna be like fucking like like the health bar is gonna be maxed out,
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think
Full
it's
screen.
important. Full. But I think
5
it's
phases.
5
Of the
phases,
boss.
baby.
The boss will have 5 phases.
Yeah, it's the oh my
At
god.
the end of the fight, you'll have humanity restored.
Yeah, I can take a
And then you have
rest.
to
It's my
complete the
rest
true
stop.
ending.
I have to choose the if I get the good ending or bad ending,
Or the
no.
true ending.
Or true. Oof. That's what I'm
I wanna do
hoping
a
for.
record like that so
Mhm.
badly, like either with Infinite Void, like a deluxe, or like, excuse me, or
Choose
like
your
another.
adventure.
But yeah, like different, like a album that has different endings, like different narratives. But
I think it would be
That's what
cool.
happens.
I think it would be cool if you are a band, don't steal this idea. I'm just giving it to With Sales Ahead. So if you take this idea, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna hunt you down. But I feel like it would be really interesting if you guys wind up doing a release where each song at the end of whatever platform it's on. So like if you make a vinyl, there's a song only specifically on the vinyl that you can only that has a specific ending for this. Like a digital version has an only specific ending, and like a CD has an only specific ending. That way,
Mhm.
like somebody has to like quote unquote collect them. I feel
This
like
is
that'd be
your
kind
parade on K-pop. I love this idea.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, Brandon, if you're willing to
optimized,
go on that
baby.
The
adventure,
merchandising is
We'll-
influencing
we'll
the
do
art.
it.
Optimized, baby.
if you want to go on that adventure, Brandon, we'll do it for you.
Thank you. Yeah. I feel like I opened my third eye at this moment.
We're gonna give you a side quest.
He
Thank
has
you.
awakened.
I have awakened, yeah. I've ascended to, optimal levels of K-popism, No, I think it would be really interesting to do that, and I think if anything it would be an interesting like reflection on whatever material you guys put out. So that would be maybe not on this record, but maybe future releases. I don't know. We'll find out. But
Yeah.
getting into some lighter topics, I got to ask, what are you guys listening to now? What do you guys been spinning recently? What's on the radar for you guys?
Oh, is it reversed? This is
No,
backwards. isn't
no,
it?
No,
it's
it's-
right.
no,
It's
it's
correct. No, you're
correct.
good. Close your
Mine is
Moscow.
backwards.
Soft
Mine's
tell, baby.
backward too.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
I've been like listening to like a lot of math rock and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Which I mean, like I was listening to Covet like years ago, but like I didn't really dive into like any other other type of those bands. And so I'm really glad I'm finally starting now. And like the new Good Game record that like came out
Oh yeah,
like a
the
couple
homies.
months ago, like
Yeah.
that's like one of my favorite records that came out like last year.
Yeah, we went to go
Yeah.
see them.
Oh yeah, that was a stellar show.
It was a great
For
show.
sure.
We both got the vinyl.
Yeah,
Oh,
we did.
sick. Nice.
What have I been?
I'm
listening-
all
Oh, no,
I'm all
right,
over the
so,
place.
yes.
I'm all over the place. I was listening to a few like old Pop Goes Punk stuff last night.
Ooh.
Periphery's always in the rotation.
Ooh.
I'm just all over the place. I was listening to Kendrick Lamar,
Mhm.
Marshall Mathers LP. All over the place. I don't really listen to like
A
I
genre.
don't know.
I
I
gotcha.
listen to something new. I listen to something new every day. I got bored easily.
Santino, Sierra.
Checking. I just been spinning the new Blink record since October, since it came out. I'm not over it yet.
Just like nonstop.
No, just nonstop.
I
Hits
respect
every
that.
time.
I
This
respect
is what I wanted, so selfishly.
You asked
had
for it
everything.
and they gave it to you. Just you.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
you.
I'm good
Santina.
for a while. I'm good for a while.
Sierra, what about you?
Nearly Seraphim
Yeah.
EP is
Oh, that's
awesome.
been really good. Yeah.
It's so good. Easy is extremely hard choreography.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So hard. Sea of Space Cowboy, the new split that came out. Or like
Yeah.
the two new singles. That's like an instant classic for me. I'm really excited about that band, and I need to go back because like I've always liked them, but I need to go back further in their discography and really familiarize myself because I just got to get on it. Been going back to Johnny Booth. Moments Elsewhere was huge. That was like my second
Great record. Yeah.
album of the year for 2023. Pulses Stays in Rotation. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was put onto a band called Sobs by my friend Shuey. They're like an indie rock band. And like I'm not normally into that stuff, but it was like the song Friday Night in particular, I highly recommend. There's like they do some weird like chiptune stuff on it
Ooh.
that took me by surprise. So that
Okay.
was cool. What else? Cheem. Dreamwell. I'm just
Ooh.
looking
Yeah.
at
Oh,
my
yeah.
repeat.
Okay.
Dreamwell. I
Yeah.
fucking love that
It's
band.
Kilani. I've been going back to a lot of Kilani because I've been in a better mood lately. I don't know.
I feel that.
You
Yeah.
saying indie rock made me think of Minus the Bear. Planet of Ice. I've been listening to. That's one album I like. One of my
Classic.
favorite albums of all time.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
It's always in rotation.
I also got to give a shout out to Ryan for doing all those drum like videos. I watch all of them. So go show Ryan some love. They're great. Go.
Watch all of Ryan's
I
drum
appreciate that,
covers.
man. Thank
They're
you.
sick. So
Yeah, I try to spice it. It's kind of like my my taste in music. I spice it up.
yeah,
It's very different. It's all over the place. The
I'm
kind of
always
songs I play.
I'm always surprised at which one you put out. I'm just like, okay, not really expecting this, but I'm gonna let them cook, you know, and then
I know. I'll be
you
like,
do
oh
cook.
my god, because I'll be scrolling. I'll be like, oh my god, I hate this song, and then the next day it's like, oh my god, my favorite band. Great. You never know what you're gonna get.
You never know.
Santino's like, yeah, this is good. Nah, I don't like that one. Yeah,
Oh,
this
I
is
hate this
great.
song. Oh,
It's kind of mid. Yeah.
that song great. Thanks.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
That's amazing. I love that. The next question I have for you guys is if you were to put together a Mount Rushmore of bands, who would be on your Mount Rushmore? Which is 4, by the way.
Is this collaborative or we each
No,
have one?
Collab.
individual.
Okay.
No.
No.
I can't do it.
That'd
Brandon.
be so tough. I feel like it's actually easier if it's just you. You'd make it.
Yeah.
Can you just do?
It's just 4 bands.
Yeah, it's 4
Should be-
bands. You
should
got
be
it.
pretty
You can do
easy.
it.
Yeah.
I
I'm
have
gonna
faith,
pull up the
Santino.
Twitter post I did the other day.
How dare you?
I think
You're not allowed to
for
cheat,
me-
mine-
Joe.
Oh, I'm cheating too.
I'm not.
No, I'm
cheating.
just kidding.
cheating. I'm
I'm just
I'm
kidding.
most
I'm doing
important
off the
iTunes.
top of my dome.
All right, Sierra.
Circus Survive.
Mm?
Lower
Okay.
definition.
Okay. Okay.
John. Bands, right?
Bands, or you could do artists. Yeah.
And I can do.
What do you think?
I thought of Twice, but that feels so left field.
Nah,
Oh, okay.
that's nah. Twice is like Twice is on your radar for sure. I mean,
Oh, I
Yeah,
love-
Twice.
come on, yeah.
I
I
Twice
respect-
went for it.
I respect that choice. I fuck with that choice. Yeah.
Can you eat
I
too
would-
many cough drops? Sorry.
Yes.
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 You get
Oh,
menthol
yeah.
belly.
Yeah, you shouldn't be like inhaling all the whole bag.
I
They have menthol in them.
3?
I had 3.
3?
All right. If it's
And
just,
in
if
what
it's
time
3,
frame?
it's fine.
And have one more.
Like,
Joe,
don't have
don't
7
instigate,
in a
Joe.
row, but yeah.
I fuck with cough drops heavily.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be eating like
Shout
fucking
out
4
Halls.
cough drops in like 45 minutes.
Halls or Ricola?
Ricola. All right,
Okay,
I'll have one
so
more for the road.
wait, so Mount Rushmore is kind of fucked up, isn't it? Because it's not
Yes.
like specifically like founding fathers. It's like random people. Also, they
Mhm.
built that on Native American land, so fuck Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, that's exactly why I thought it would be horrible to say. Because
Well, let's
Make
put
this
the
a more
It's a
positive
concept
Definitely not
of a
just pitching it to
question.
the
I
wall.
don't.
Isn't it?
The Mount
Isn't it ma-
Rushmore is so
Isn't it
Jesus
mountains?
Christ.
Isn't it mountains in the middle of nowhere?
Oh my
it's
god.
not in the middle of nowhere. It's on sacred land, bro.
Okay,
I
all
can't
right.
even ask
So
a
the
goddamn
founding fathers.
question.
In the middle of nowhere, though.
All right, my Mount Rushmore is the Mars Volta, Closure in Moscow, Protest the Hero,
Mhm.
and
How many people is that going to be?
Periphery.
Okay, I like
Kind
that.
of multi-genre, but
Yeah.
still
You did it.
important.
You did it. Even though you didn't
I'm
stand
gonna
the question.
calculate how many. I'm calculating how many faces would be on my Mount Rushmore if you count all the artists and bands. So, hold on, bear with me here.
There's only 4 faces on a Mount Rushmore.
No, I'm putting
How,
collective band.
Santino? This is my question. You're in my dojo, okay?
I got the hammer and chisel, man. I'll make as many faces as I want.
You're not doing
You guys
demolition on
remember-
Mount Rushmore.
You guys remember
Yes, I am.
when you're playing Gardevoir with pulses? Santino's Mount Rushmore is gonna look like the infinite nipples guy.
Right. Try to calculate.
Infinite
Oh
nipple.
my god.
Infinite nipples.
Oh my god. Oh no. I like how Santino can't even follow my question. He's
got
just
you.
like,
It's
listen.
going to be 14 people are going to be on my Mount Rushmore. Okay?
14? That's
Yes,
10
listen.
more.
You
Hear me
said
out.
it would do twice. It's kind of the
Hear me
same
out.
thing.
Oh my god.
Brandon,
No,
hear
no.
me out, okay? Please hear me out.
All right, all
Will
right.
you hear me
I'm
out?
here. I'm here. I'm okay. Let me.
All right. Ready? Selena's going up first.
Okay. Respect. Yeah.
Blink is going up next.
Of course.
Then Avenged. Then Black Dahlia Murder.
Okay, great. That's it.
It's 14 people.
That's spot on for you, dude.
Yeah, but that is
really
actually spot on, though.
congratulations.
Thank
You
you.
did great.
I tried so hard
I'm so
to
proud of
rack
you.
my brain on that one.
You did it.
14 people. No, non-negotiable.
Okay. No take
Right
backs.
over Abraham Lincoln.
I'm gonna go Periphery, Avenged Sevenfold, Issues, and Sleep Token.
That's a lineup. I like that.
It's
Jamie?
diverse.
Yeah. I would. I mean, I have to say Carnival, Trico, yeah, Protest and Periphery.
Whoo. These are some good ones. I like this. I like this, guys. Did great.
It's all on brand for each one.
It's all that's truly on brand for all of you. Yeah. As knowing
No.
you guys for as long as I have, I'm like, yeah, that's you guys nailed
No
it.
one's
So
no
kudos.
one's capping on this one.
I understand what you meant by 14 people now. Makes
That's what I
sense.
meant, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean like 14 list them all.
I thought you were just gonna have a bunch of heads on this like fucking like Mount Rushmore. It's just gonna be like some ominous being that just flies around.
It's going to be. It is.
Okay, cool.
14 individual heads.
Looking for a town near you guys. There you go. The last question I have for you guys is I actually have 2 that I've added into my rotation as like permanent questions. And I think they're fun. They're a little bit deep, but I feel like, we know each other very well at this point. So, I gotta hit you with the heavy hitters. Obviously doing this band for as long as you guys have been doing it for, which has been, I think, over the amount of time that I've been doing YouTube, which is, I think, 8. Well, I've been doing this for 8 years. So I don't know how long With Sales Ahead has been a band collectively. I feel like roughly around the same time, maybe a little longer. But what's something you would tell your younger version of yourself now? Like if you could go back in time and tell yourself something about being a musician and doing this, and obviously with a release that is very like personal to all of you guys, is there something you would tell yourself as a kid that you're like,
Yeah.
man,
Yes.
this is it?
I would say just be patient. Don't rush. Just be patient. Things are going to happen.
That's a great one.
Yeah, I would probably tell my past self to just relax and to stop stressing so much and to, like put like such a physical toll on your body, like just from like mental anguish and stuff. Like everything's gonna be fine. You know what work needs to be done, and you just go and do it.
Respect. This is great.
I don't know how specific I'm supposed to be. Go ahead, Ryan.
I would tell my past self, really work on yourself, both mental and physical health. I feel like when I'm in good standing with mental and physical health, I'm my best, like as a
Felt.
friend and behind the kit. You know, going to the gym, meditating, all that kind of stuff. That's when I'm at my best.
Mm-hmm.
Felt. Yeah.
Joe, you don't have one?
No, I have one. It's really, really specific and really personal, but
Do it.
Okay.
Hey,
yeah.
listen.
So
I will get personal if you get personal.
I would tell 17 or 16 or 17-year-old me, apply to Berkeley, and like go to school for like actual music because you're actually not that bad at guitar for a 16 or 17-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, never
Agreed.
never imagined I was anything at that age. And looking back at it, like for that age, I took that shit way more seriously than a lot of people did. So
I hear
I would
that.
definitely say like apply to Berkeley, apply to some music school, go to school for music, and you know, at this point in my life, I would have appreciated that rather than dropping out of community college.
So we're
Mhm.
going that far back. We're going to
Woo!
like
Cook
Oh
it.
yeah.
Serious. I can see the
I'm scared.
the long
because
look.
it's the honest answer. No, because I don't. um, I would have told my past self to probably stop hating herself so much and choose herself more.
Hmm.
Not that I didn't work hard when I was younger, but and like I definitely I would spend a lot of nights like demoing stuff in my room and writing songs and practicing and singing, and I would have told her to stop worrying less about like whether her friends like invited her out like Friday night to things, and like stop moping and just like focus on how awesome you are and just like keep like focus on what you can control and like work on yourself. I spent so many like years just like racing ahead and looking ahead and not being present in the moment, not thinking about myself, um, and thinking about what I meant to other people. Not that I still haven't made a lot of progress now as like a musician, singer, etc., whatever. But like, I think about how much more I could have fast tracked like that progression and that growth if I just didn't care what other people thought. I wasted a lot of time. Whether that was like in like platonic relationships or romantic relationships, I wasted so much time. And I'm where I need to be now, but I think I just would have been happier. I probably would have been less stressed. Would have had less physical ailments as a result of stress. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think that's what I would have told her, and I just would have told her to just focus on herself. I wish I did that sooner.
Yeah. I think. Well, I appreciate y'all for being honest because I feel like I kind of agree with a lot of the sentiments as well. Like, you know, I don't think any of you knew me prior to doing YouTube, but like I was so quiet, reserved, kept to myself, didn't really do anything, and now I do this, you know, and I think if I had to tell myself something, since obviously all of you are being honest, I feel like I got to be honest as
Mhm.
well. But like, if I didn't start doing YouTube, I don't think I would have been happy with my life. You know, I think if I just didn't actually start like committing to like talking about things I like, because I used to have terrible like interpersonal connections, and I used to be really just dog shit at all that sort of stuff. So I think for me, this was like an outlet for me to be able to talk about something that I just truly love, that like for whatever reason my brain like chemicals were like, yeah, you like talking about music, you should tell everyone that you know about this thing that you love.
Mhm.
And then it just kind of migrated into like my life, and now, you know, now I have no problems talking about anything really. But I think it's about the personal growth that you experience, and like obviously you can look back on it now and be like, oh man, there's a lot of things I would have changed. But I think if anything, like I would want to try to like live in the moment now more than any other time in my life, versus like before, where I was like, man, what am I going to be like when I'm 30, or what am I going to be like when I'm 40? And that
So
just doesn't
real.
mean a shit. Yeah, it doesn't mean
Yeah.
anything. You know what I mean? Like, I could, I could be doing some other shit the next day, that would change my life, So I think
Mhm.
it's important to still follow your dreams, and even if it was something that you're like, man, I wish I changed that. It's just like it's those little things that like help you to get to where you're at now, and like obviously it inspires the art that you create, and like obviously I never want to see anybody go through terrible shit, right? But it is a fact of life, right? And
Yep.
I think it makes albums more endearing. Like I think about all of my favorite albums that have always made a lasting impression on my life, and it's because they've experienced hard shit, And so I feel like I have that much more attachment to it because I understand what it's like and I've been in that position, and to have someone else resonate and feel the same way about it, it's like, wow, shit, like that's amazing. Like obviously not amazing, but like great in a way of like I feel this music that much more and it means a lot more to me now. So I hope that you guys, at least for me, I feel like you have had that effect on me, and I hope that you have that effect on other people as well, because
Yeah.
I'll never stop shouting you guys from the rooftops. So I love it. We're going to end on another big note, of course. Obviously, I want to know why you guys do music. Why it's important to you? Why do you spend all this like blood, sweat, and tears into doing it? Because I've known you guys for a long time. Obviously you're fam, high up there. Top tier.
Hmm.
Um, but I want to know why you guys do it. Why it's important to you. Why you guys spend all this time. Obviously, spending the amount of time putting out a full length. Like, you know, what does it mean to you?
Damn, really the hard hitting
This
questions.
is
The
Bro,
last two.
a good
God
one.
damn.
Yeah.
I love it.
what do
I
you
love it.
expect,
Yeah.
bro? I'm killing.
This is like
Crushing
the
it.
audio addiction evolution over here.
Hey
Yeah.
yo, yeah, let's go.
All right, who
Um,
wants,
Who
who
wants
wants
to
to
go
go first?
first?
Yeah. Yeah. Go
I
for it.
think I think music really resonates with me because I never got into it as a child. It's really funny. I started playing Guitar Hero when I was like
Oh,
eight,
yeah.
16 to 18, somewhere around there, and then just got hooked on because I used to only listen to rap. That's all I listened to growing up, and then got into rock and started playing drums when I was like 17, 16, 17 years old. Just like picked it up really easily, and I don't know. Ever since then, it's just become it was a passion for me, and it's just one of those things. I strive to get better like every day. Just keep trying to get better and better, and I think being in a band with people that you love, that you're like really good friends with, is huge. That also motivates you, and you want to grow with them. And I let them down, so that's one thing that's motivated me throughout the years and made me want to do it more throughout the years.
Right in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
I'm afraid to go because it's really,
This is-
really deep.
We're
It's
good.
deep
Yeah,
and
we're
I
good.
mean,
Yeah.
it's all
easy
gonna
to
We're
say,
gonna get
Brandon, 'cause,
emotional,
like,
baby.
it's all gonna be deep.
This is
I
good.
like to play music. I feel like it's a genuine expression of your creativity. And I've been playing guitar since I was 12 years old, and my parents did everything they could to get me anything I needed. So I would hate to just call it quits and have them waste all those years of investing. So,
That's fair. Yeah.
but I absolutely love it. I
Stonks are
love
high
being
for
with
Santino.
them. It's yeah, shout out to the parents, but I love playing with these four. They bring out the absolute best in me. And every time we get together, it's always like good laughs and creating together, and it makes it way worth it.
Oh man, fuck. This is
Yeah,
so.
I
This
guess
is
I'll
heavy.
go next. Yeah, I don't know. For me, like what it means to me is like I don't know. I just feel like this is gonna sound super cheesy, but if I feel like my soul feels more whole like when I'm playing music. Like I always
Yeah.
felt that way. Like even when I was like 10 or 12, like learning to play bass and stuff like that. I mean, I played piano when I was like 4 or 5 or something. But it didn't really nothing really like linked to me. Like back then it was really just like it's just like, oh, here put your fingers on the keys, like blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah blah. You just play exactly what the teacher showed you or whatever. But once I actually started like listening to music, and then just certain bands and certain songs like just like resonate with you,
Mm.
Like you can't help but wonder. It's like, oh, like maybe I can do that. And then you start to hang out with some friends that maybe want to do the same thing, like maybe in high school or whatever, and you try and work on stuff, and then maybe some friends, they just aren't as into it anymore, and I just knew I always wanted to like keep doing it, but I was also very very hard on myself,
Mm.
like I felt for a long time that like I didn't deserve to like even like attempt to perform. Like I felt like so many people that I knew that quit doing music were like so much better than me, and then I felt for a long time like what was even like the point. And so like I really came into it like really late. I regret like not being in like active bands like sooner. So I kind of always kick myself for like doing that. And then I don't know, it's just like this was something I needed to do, because I just can't imagine myself doing anything else at this point.
Yeah, but you're here now, so I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's it's not a matter of when you showed up. It's because you're here, and you're doing it. I
Yeah.
feel like I resonate with that a lot. That's like my biggest gripe of like not putting out more music. Like I see it. I've resonate with that too well. Because I'll see posts that I've made, and I'm like, oh man, I should really write that song that I was gonna do. And now, like this year is my year that I'm doing that. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel you on that. You know what I mean? So Jamie, I'm glad you're here and you're doing it. You're
Thank you.
extremely
I'm
talented.
happy to
So
be
yeah,
happy to be doing it, and always appreciate those words from you.
of course, of course. Joe or Sierra, I feel like you guys are the 10 poles
Okay,
here.
I'll go next. All right, is that cool, Sierra? Okay. All right. So the question is, what does music mean to you? Right?
Yes, correct. Yeah. Why is it a
Okay.
passion in your life, Joe?
Okay. Really specific here. In 2006, my parents got divorced, and
Wow. Oh my God.
they put me in therapy, and they were like, "This kid's not talking." I straight up refused to speak to this therapist. I hated this guy. He did everything he could to get me to talk. I refused to talk to him. So they pulled me out of therapy, and the next Christmas, they got me a guitar. I don't know why. Maybe they thought I would like it. I don't know. I tried playing drums before, but it didn't work out. I wasn't good at drums. So uh, with the guitar, I learned to express myself because I couldn't express myself verbally too well, I guess. The guitar allowed me to express myself through music. And I think everybody needs some way to express themselves, whether it's visual art, you know, photography, filmmaking, music, anything. Everybody has something in them, and everybody should express themselves creatively.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, music. I still can't communicate verbally very well, but I can pick up a guitar and play some chords and immediately express the way I feel. So, music is very important for me in that way.
No, you can speak well, Joe. I got you.
Joe, speak good.
Thanks.
You speak good.
Good.
Good. All right, Sierra. You want to get I'm going to start crying if you start crying, so I'll.
Well, I'm gonna do my fucking best. To
Oh,
not make this
no. It's all right. You got to let the
I
emotions
believe in you.
flow.
As a kid, I was very introverted, but the one thing that made me feel like I could step out of my shell was like singing and like music.
Mm.
I was like doing like I was getting like solos in fucking elementary school choir and shit like that, and like my parents signed me up for music lessons, and I was doing dance, like all of it. Like music is like the closest thing we have to magic. It transcends the human experience. Like and yet it's still so like like humans made that shit, but it feels so otherworldly. Like it communicates in a way that like words can't sometimes.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
words and music, So I just loved it forever. I knew I always wanted to do it, and like even though life has tried to pull me in different directions, like college and marketing, like it's my purpose. Like there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I like I went to a performing arts high school, and like that's where I met like 4 or 5 of my closest best friends, and we would sing together. I learned how to harmonize from them. That's how we bonded. Like a lot of like the closest friendships I have in my life are like with musicians who just fucking get it. So like music has also been a source of community for me, and community is just like so important. But um but above all, it's giving me purpose. Like I I just like I just don't know how else to explain it. Like this is what I'm like meant to be doing. Like I think about it every fucking day. Like it's kind of obsessive, which is like scary. But like I think
Yeah.
about this band like every fucking day because
Mm.
I think we have it. But it's just also I don't mean to be like I can't imagine my life without music. Music is my life, motherfucker. But like, yeah, that's it, dude. Like um, getting older, like thinking about a life without about a life that doesn't involve pursuing music. I just can't do it. Like, this band has been chugging along for so long, and like we could have given up at any point, but like I'm like, no, like we have to keep going. Like this is our purpose. Like
Yeah. Oh.
you can't quit till like the fucking wheels fall off. That's what it is for me. Like I'm
Yeah.
like suffering extreme burnout, and like and we're all broke as fuck, but like we believe in this, and like I'm
Yeah.
not quitting until like I physically can't do it anymore. My hair's falling out. Um but like this is all to say that like um if I like removed all of this, like what the fuck would I be doing? I can't tell you. I really
Yeah.
can't. I'm not the most perfect musician or singer or anything, but like I just like this has always felt like my calling. It just
Mm.
comes so naturally to me. And then to have like attracted like 4 of the most talented people I've ever met in my life to this band, like we did not know each other before. We met because of this band. It brought us together, and now we've been going strong for like almost a decade. Like it's crazy. Like music did that. So it's just I think I just don't.
Nope. Did we
Oh.
lose Sierra? Oh God.
Oh,
Not the
no.
cliffhanger. No.
Insane
Whoa.
timing.
Insane
Yo.
timing.
No,
Oh my
they-
Oh,
God.
why?
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So
You
weird.
cut out for
Oh,
like,
you
a
cut
couple
out at
seconds.
like
Froze
the
for a second at
most
the perfect
optimal
time.
moment.
It was
Oh, she
perfect.
cut out again. Oh,
I'm on
okay.
4% battery too, so I'm gonna my laptop's gonna die any second.
Oh my God.
All in all, like I would just be plugging away at some boring job if I wasn't doing this. I'd be fucking miserable. I
Sure.
wouldn't be who I am. I would not be who I am. And my life is like all the more better for like having committed to this and like being in a band with these people who I call my best friends. Like I refuse to do anything else. Like we're fucking good at this shit. I'm sorry. We're not quitting. Like
Let's go.
Sticking around.
What a way to send it off.
I'm also I don't know if my internet is gonna cut out again. So I'm like,
Yeah, you gotta get it all out. You gotta get it all out now.
Good now.
I was like, go, 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 go.
No, I appreciate y'all for being really honest about it too, because like
Mhm.
this is a reason why I do it. Like this is why I continue to doing this. Like over the years that I've been doing it for, I 1000% agree with Sierra's sentiment of like I'm gonna keep doing this until I can't fucking do it anymore. Like it just to hear like people's passions and people's love of doing this and whether they're getting paid to do it by any stretch is probably not, most are not, and just to see people do well and do something that you can tell this is like they love to do it. Like they wouldn't have anything else that they would want to do in their life, and that to me, I resonate a lot with. I love to do this. I love to be able to foster this community of musicians. You know what I mean? Like that. It's always been something important to me, and it will always continue to be really important to me. So you guys are always, you guys are in the very, very close knit family that I've created over fucking 8 years of doing this shit, and I couldn't be more grateful to be a part of your journey and what you guys do, and obviously that you allow me to continue to do it. It's awesome, and I can't help but feel like a sense of honor to be able to listen to your guys' music and keep doing it and keep trying to hopefully funnel people to go listen to what you guys do, because it's really important. So to end cap this interview, the most important thing, probably the reason why people came here, tell them about Infinite Void, where they can get it at, what you guys have coming up in the next couple months. Is there going to be a release show? What are we getting? What's going on in the With Sales Ahead camp?
When do you think this will drop ish?
Very soon. Like probably by the end of this month, most likely.
Okay.
Pre-save, pre-order,
Infinite Void.
pre-save and pre-order Infinite Void.
There you go.
We're going on tour in May. Kicks off on the 3rd. And,
Nice.
It'll end in Richmond.
Ooh.
We are going out with a band. I feel like this is going to be out by the time we announce this. We're going out with Space Weather.
Oh,
So,
sick. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're really excited.
They're awesome.
So, co-headliner, tickets will hopefully be up, or some of the shows are free. One of the shows are free. To tour, Infinite Void, will be out, at the end of April. Like my bandmate said, yeah, pre-save and pre-order, please. Like, those, like, stupid little things, like, do really help us significantly if you care about us in any capacity. Like, please, like, whatever you can do, whatever you're in your means to do. Billboard charting artist with Sales Ahead.
Of course.
Let's go. That's what we're trying to do, baby. So listen,
We're trying.
if I need to stand on a mountaintop to tell you guys to fucking get this band charting on Billboard, I'm gonna fucking stand on that mountain, all right? So
You
He'll
can stand
climb
on
Mount
Yeah, Mount
Rushmore.
Rushmore,
Brandon.
I'm gonna stand on Santino's floating Mount Rushmore in the sky, all right? So you better
14
fucking
heads.
pre-order this album, or I'm coming to your fucking house and I'm gonna click purchase for you. So go buy it. I already have the vinyl on lock, and don't sleep on it, because you should go get that, because it's really sick, and
Hell yeah.
they did not pay me to say this. So go show it some love. Please go check out all of their other material. If you like any of the singles, go show them some love. Stream it a ton. When you go to bed, go stream it. When you're in the shower, stream it. When you're driving in really shitty traffic, stream it. When
And
I don't
tell
know,
your
whatever.
friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends' friends. Tell your parents' friends. Tell your dog. Tell your cat. Whatever. I don't know. Just tell everyone. That would be really sick, and I would love you infinitely. So go show them some love. As well as that, if you enjoyed this interview, share, like, and subscribe. It goes a long way. It would mean a lot. So
Audio Addiction.
thank you. Thank
Do
you.
it.
Please go show them some love. And of course, the fam. Thanks with Sales Ahead for coming on.
Thank you
Thanks
for
so
having
much,
us so
Brandon.
much. Always love you, dude.